No, not Kyle.
The Halloween incident.
Brandon Marshall?
No.
I go to the Halloween game against the Packers.
No, not a
What's
game.
the Halloween?
Not a game.
Not a game. It's practice.
Not a game.
The Halloween. What am I? Why am I not thinking?
Khalil Mack when he turned off the lights in his house.
That's
in Glencoe.
right. Oh,
we got
yeah.
to the bottom of that. Khalil came on. He was awesome.
he did.
Yeah, he was great.
Went with the trick-or-treaters?
Yeah, where he had security outside. There's no candy.
I think I know the security
he
guard.
hates Halloween.
Back in the day. And not quite as bad as Albert Bell.
No.
Who chased kids, didn't he?
Although I kind of like that. I don't know.
Do?
Yeah, I mean,
What if it was your kid being chased by Albert Bell?
But if you're a kid throwing eggs or TPing a house, what's the end goal? You want to get chased a little bit. You don't want to get caught.
No, what you want is you want the person to come out of the house, acknowledge that you've done it, yell at you. You don't want them chasing you.
Just a little chase.
I had that problem. I stole a giant Santa Claus off a front porch, thinking of the exact same thing, and the guy chased me all the way down the street. I barely got in my buddy's car. We zipped away, but I almost got caught.
When was this? Last year?
3 years ago. No, high school. And even then I wasn't fast. So some old man almost caught me off a porch.
Did you guys watch that game? We have a lot to talk about,
Yes,
but did you watch that game? That was incredible.
The comeback.
The comeback.
Team USA won, and final score 95-91 over Serbia.
Steve Kerr, I don't know what he was doing. Mello might be a better coach. I don't know if you guys saw.
Oh, really?
You were doing the show,
Yeah.
but Mello was calling plays from the sideline.
Come on, was he really?
Swear to God, he called an ISO for KD.
Stop.
That big one where he had he crossed them up. But yeah, that was awesome game to watch because both teams were trying very, very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Serbia was talking a lot of junk. And it was fun to watch.
That's as excited as I've seen any of these guys. KD,
Yeah.
LeBron, Steph, all of them going back even to the postseason.
Right. And it was all of them stepped up.
Seriously.
No, they all stepped up. KD, LeBron, Steph, Embiid, even Devin Booker was playing well down the stretch. They all stepped up big in big spots. We should have beaten them by more, but it was a fun game to watch.
Right after the game, they started showing wrestling. Now there's two ladies wrestling, one from Japan, one from the US. Before it was guys wrestling. And I had an odd question. Have you ever wrestled?
No. We have a wrestler.
Did you wrestle in high school?
No, we have a wrestler in our office who wrestled at Kent State, and he'll try to every now and then
take you to the ground.
People, get people into it.
There's nothing I think I would rather do less than wrestle.
There's nothing I'd rather do less than start anything with anyone who has cauliflower ears.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the number one sign of just don't go near that.
Right. Some people go, hey, I could tell he had crazy eyes. I don't give a rat's ass about his eyes. If he's got a big swollen ear,
stay away.
Stay away.
Stay away. No, wrestlers are psychos. Yeah. Absolute psychos.
Those were we always used to talk with Gene Greco about some of my flashbacks to PE class.
Yeah.
I used to love when we would play normal sports. We would play
dodgeball.
Yeah, or I'm talking about in high school even when we would play softball, we'd play football, we'd play soccer, those types of sports. But when we got in the pool, didn't like it. And Big Cat, I would always tell the story. They handed us Speedos.
Oh,
we couldn't bring our own swimsuits.
I
still went, and we had to stand naked.
That's so creepy.
In line, they made us stand naked.
Why can't you bring your own suit?
It was terrible.
What's the answer to that question?
Yeah, that makes no sense. Yeah, the pool stuff is crazy. We talked about the water polo last week.
Yeah, that's right.
They're trying to kill each other under the water.
And you seem like a guy who probably went through puberty early. I was the guy.
Weird note to make.
But I was the guy, the freshman who still
had no hair on his.
Not one hair.
Was pretty average.
Not one hair below my head.
That's brutal.
And walking around and all these other kids grown from everywhere, and I'm standing in line waiting for the size 28 Speedo.
That's not good.
And you don't strike me as a good swimmer.
Oh, not bad. Not terrible.
That was not good.
I can't dive, though.
Not bad.
I can't dive. I can't dive.
What does that mean?
You can't get on the springboard and do a 1.5?
What does I can't dive mean? You jump in with your hands.
Flop. It's always a belly flop.
You physically cannot dive.
I cannot dive.
What does that mean?
I don't know how to dive.
I bet you I could do 1.5 right now on a 3-meter springboard.
Easy.
Yeah.
You can?
Oh, yeah.
Who can't dive?
Me.
That's crazy. I don't even know. I don't understand. I can't comprehend what that means.
Can you teach me how to dive?
You just go.
Yeah.
What do you mean you just go?
Just run, jump, bounce up, and do a flip.
I don't go forward. I always just go.
You should do a video.
What is that? Parallel to the water and
teaching Sylvie how to dive would be a must watch.
Belly flop.
That sounds odd.
And then anyway, but the point is, wrestling
Yeah.
was a close second, where freshman year they made us do wrestling, and then you would have to wrestle guys who are your
Not fun.
weight.
No.
Yeah.
And there would be other kids with BO.
We had
It was not good.
We had John Elway on a couple weeks ago, and he said the only sport he quit was wrestling.
Wrestling, yeah.
Because the kid
It's
he
for
had to go
psychos.
up against
And I
smelled
mean
so
that in
bad.
a good way.
Yeah.
In a good way.
No,
Because
and
I
they're
around
wired
on the
different.
mat and the singlet.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. They're
who
wired
wants
different.
to do that?
Yeah.
Well,
So-
you could always be a pole vaulter and knock the bar off with your dog.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you could do that.
Do you think he did that on purpose?
No. It's the Olympics.
Right.
Well, wait a minute.
These
Don't
guys
you
think that he cashes more checks by knocking
Yes.
the pole
No,
off
I
with
think
his own
his
pole.
life
More
is okay.
famous.
If you're going to lose, that's a good way to lose.
Yes.
But I don't think that's why he was what he was doing on purpose.
He had no chance to win, so he's like, "What's second best? Knocking over
letting everyone see
knocking it over with my dong."
Yeah, but everyone sees that the outfit he's wearing. You can see what he's
True.
got
True.
even before
But it
he
did
gets
go
up to
viral.
yeah.
Yeah. Olympics have been fun. I've enjoyed them. What else is? I mean, I've been out of the loop.
What about the
because
Hard Knocks? What did you make of Hard Knocks?
I didn't love it.
I thought it was
okay.
good because
Yeah.
it was the Bears. I
Right.
think there's room for growth.
Yeah.
I have a few gripes.
Well, give me 'em.
One. Now I am very sensitive because my podcast is a national podcast, so I have a lot of people from a lot of different places listening that just give me endless amounts of grief about the Bears. So I am my guard is up to try to defend Caleb Williams. I thought there was a little, I get they're trying to tell a story, but can we mix in a couple highlights early on? It was like a lot of bad passes. And the purse thing, everyone's going after. All right, so but the real gripes, the Saban Eberflus thing was so fake.
Oh, you
fake.
thought so?
You're telling me that Matt Eberflus played for Nick Saban in 1990, and these guys have known each other for 35 years, and they've never had a conversation about football? That was such a hey, we need a
skull
star.
session. Yeah.
Have Saban come in and be like, hey, don't have expectations on the guy. That was just fake. I didn't like it.
So you think that's all scripted? Well,
That was all scripted.
Think about all the big time football guys Saban has from his programs.
But they've had that conversation.
No, but where does Eberflus rank? I get it that they haven't spoken
He's
in
an
a long
early
time.
guy. I think like if you're a LSU guy for Saban or Michigan State or like early Alabama, maybe you don't have the relationship. He was, Saban's first job. You remember your
I thought
your
he
guy.
was quickly forgotten because he's one of his first jobs.
No, I
Here's
think
how this
you
goes.
remember your first job, guy, like the guys that you first coached as a head coach.
It was one
Here's
season.
how it goes. They sit down and they say, hey, what kind of conversation do you think you had in the past,
Right.
like the month ago,
Right.
that would play well on TV?
Right, and they did it. They did it again at the end of the Hard Knocks with Jonathan Owens sitting on his couch, watching a clearly pre-taped Simone Biles routine where he's clapping. It's like,
oh, you think so? You don't think that was a real?
That wasn't live.
That wasn't in real time.
No, he was. You saw when he was there. He was
You're
living and
ruining all
dying
this
with
for
every
me.
second.
I thought it was good, but I thought it was good mostly because our football team is the focus of it.
Right.
And it's something
Yeah,
I've wanted
It's fun.
for years.
It's fun. It's fun. And then
Yeah.
the real gripe, like those are little tiny gripes, whatever. I'm nitpicking. The real gripe is I don't know how you do that episode. And listen, Matt Eberflus, I'm happy that he's got a new haircut. I know Funk, great guy. Could we maybe cut the Matt Eberflus haircut stuff and talk about Mongo and Devin Hester a little bit?
They didn't do that.
Like,
yeah.
what are we doing? That was crazy to me.
Yeah.
I just that's such a you have a very rare opportunity where you have all the stars align and you have two legendary Bears.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mongo's story and going into the Hall of Fame. You're in Canton. How is that not like a 5-10 minute segment?
You thought they should have been in Mongo's house?
Yeah, Mongo's house. Talk to Devin Hester. Like I don't know. It's just like
Have Hester give a guided tour of the Hall of Fame.
It was a lot of Eberflus.
It was a lot.
It was a lot
I
of
think they're
Eberflus.
trying to humanize him.
I understand.
Which is fine, and
Yeah.
I think it's a cute story. And to be honest with you, and to take it outside of even the Hard Knocks realm, I'm tired of that story. I want a story about how this offensive line is going to get together and gel, and how we're going to do
they're
some
not
stuff.
giving you that.
No, I'm saying like the whole concept of, hey, Matt Eberflus has had this makeover and all that. I've grown tired of that story.
At the end of the day, Hard Knocks, I think we've all had this realization in the last 10 years that Hard Knocks isn't what it was when it first came on the scene. And that's not a knock at HBO or the Hard Knocks people. It's the fact that we now are living a different age where we have access to these guys all the time. You remember that first Hard Knock season was the Ravens?
Yes.
And it was like, we've never seen this.
Yeah.
Like, we've never seen what it looks like
very
inside.
formulaic.
Right.
We know what most of the stories are going to be. What Waddle and I were disappointed about, I think more so me, is when we heard that Ryan Poles brought DJ Moore up. We saw the signing of the contract.
Yeah, that was also a funny thing when Kevin Warren was looking at it after the deal was done.
I thought he was going to run it out to the field.
Okay.
Well, I think he was pretty
like,
excited.
Let me look at these numbers real quick. Yeah. Okay, I concur.
Well, no. Well, we think he was holding back because he couldn't believe what a good.
Yeah,
that's what we think. But supposedly there was a big champagne party in the Bears locker room after that. And they were like, we should have seen that. And do they not have access? We didn't get one shot of the Bears Hallis Hall locker room. Is that off limits to them?
I do think the Bears, I like talking to people that I know who've gone through Hard Knocks. The team does have final say on stuff. So there is like the Bears can say, we don't want to show this.
Poles said that he didn't think they caught it because Poles missed it too. So like, and that's something like if you have a full access show, you better get the champagne party.
Yeah. Either way, I liked it.
I did too.
I'm in a different spot, like I said, where anytime the Bears are in the spotlight, I just know I'm going to have to just eat a lot of everything online. So it's basically my blood pressure is too high for August. This is when I should be resting, getting ready for the season. And now I'm going to have to fight some wars, the purse thing and all that stuff. I'm going to have to buy a purse. That's new fashion. So yeah, we're going to get
it was Caleb had the purse. And that was quite the purse too.
It was quite a purse. I'm going to have to buy that purse.
It was not like the man bag. It was quite the purse.
Give a rat's ass what a guy carries his stuff.
I have to defend the wall. Like, I don't care, but I have to defend it.
That takes a lot of energy.
It does. I have to buy a purse now.
Yeah,
what are you talking about? That is a lot of energy.
And you could afford one of these big.
Yeah, I'll buy us all purses.
Well, why don't you have it with you already?
I just got back. I said I was
you could have it delivered to the house.
What's your brand?
I literally just got back. I was running around LA all week.
Was it a Louis Vuitton? What was it?
I don't know what it was.
Fendi?
I have to find
one.
Yeah.
Gucci, probably Gucci.
Give me a break. I'm on like no
you get
sleep.
no break. You get no break.
You're never
you know
on
what? You don't
sleep.
give anyone a break. Why would anyone give you
That's
a break?
True. That's fair.
What about this show? So we were talking yesterday. I don't know if they brought it to the air. I was texting Abdallah about it. We kind of created this. Nick Saban, Bill Belichick for Netflix. They go around the country. Did you ever watch? You were on Bar Rescue, weren't you?
Yeah, twice.
Bar Rescue.
I was.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They do a bar rescue show where they travel around the country and they fix broken football programs for the episode. And they go in, they tell you, you suck. This coach has to go. We're firing your wide receivers coach. That. And then by the end of the show, they have fixed the football, junior college, Division II, and high school programs. And those two coaches who are out of work now, you stream each episode and they go around.
I like it.
Football rescue.
Only if you promise not to come in and install a defensive coordinator as your offensive coordinator. You can look at this move and say, guys, don't do this.
Maybe that's part of the stress test.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, where he's like now trying to play plays with a guy who's never called offense.
Right.
See how that works.
I texted the Hard Knocks producer director my idea. She liked it.
Yeah.
Because she does wide receiver and she goes, that's hilarious.
Yeah. See that, so wide receivers like that. That's the other thing. Good. Like again, it's no knock on HBO. It's the fact that we have a million of these shows now.
And wide receivers, great.
Right. So we have so much access where it doesn't feel Hard Knocks 15 years ago was like our only look into a locker room. And it was like a rite of passage that August comes around and you start watching a team. Now we have it year round.
Yeah, listen, the novelty of it's gone for sure. But I think, again, I liked it. And I liked it mostly because our football team was the focus of it.
Right. Exactly.
So
agreed with that.
But I don't think, I've heard people scream, this is the greatest thing.
No, it wasn't.
That's just kind of like.
No.
It wasn't the greatest thing, but I'm also not expecting Scorsese over there.
No,
I wouldn't mind a little Scorsese.
So give me a scene you want to see next.
Caleb Williams throwing nothing but touchdowns.
That's on Caleb. That's not so much the Hard Knocks.
We can edit. We can make some edits. So yeah, that would be nice.
I think you are right though. Like knowing that they had cameras in Canton, knowing the story of. I mean, listen, you had 3 Bears
Right.
going in.
Right.
I think you're right, especially the Mongo story.
It just felt like a miss. Yeah, I would have liked to seen a little more of that, or just even a 5 minutes about what Mongo meant to Chicago and all that stuff. It would have been nice. I read your article. I retweeted it. It's a great article, Silvy.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
You read the article?
Yes.
Oh, about Mongo.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That was
that so hard?
I thought you meant because I
You
wrote
are
about
a
Hard
little
Knocks
edgy today, aren't you?
I'm
You're
low.
really
I have
edgy.
no sleep, and I'm just running around.
Yeah.
Grit week.
Oh, by the
Takes
way,
a lot out of
When
me.
are you going to get some sleep?
I don't know. I have to go to West Virginia tomorrow. Rough and Rowdy. Buy rnr.com. It's gonna be great. We have a retirement match going on.
How many fights do you have?
25?
Holy
Yeah.
25.
Serious stuff.
What do the fighters get? Cash compensation.
I think it's like $1,000.
Not bad.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
How many of them are actually really, this is something they're interested in? How many are just in there for what's and giggles?
I think a lot of them are just want to test their own strength, but we have a guy, Mikey Betts, who is he is a Chicago guy. He's in a retirement match. So if he loses, he loses his job.
Wow.
Yeah. Big time stuff.
That is stakes.
Mikey Betts has to retire
Yeah, he has to retire.
if he loses.
Yes.
Okay.
He's not going to lose. I hope.
All right.
I hope not. What else is going on? I
a
missed
couple of
everything.
things I want to.
Okay.
What about Josh Allen? You know, they're playing the Bills. Did you see he's gone with only mustache?
I love
And
it.
He's your guy.
Yeah.
It's not the big cat mustache, so it's not as it doesn't
It's
take
not
up
as thick.
it doesn't take up as much real estate as someone like you.
I like guys who test out some different looks during training camp. This is the time. You know, throw a couple things at the wall. Why not? So I'm in on it.
Have you ever thought of
starting right on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're playing a quarter.
A quarter?
Yeah, it's win-win because you get Josh Allen for a quarter, then you get Mitch.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Mitch is
You ever
back.
thought
a big
about going
game.
with the Abe Lincoln with just the beard and no mustache? You ever done that?
No.
No.
Should I?
Yeah.
Try
Yeah,
it.
Be a good look
It's
for you.
training camp.
Yeah.
It's Grit Week.
It's true. I should try it during Grit Week.
I think it'd be great. And if you don't like it, like you grow that mustache
In
back
like
in
3
5
days.
days.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
3
So, like, I think that's good. Go with the Abe Lincoln.
Yeah, I'm just lazy. My haircut schedule is just when it becomes such a problem that I have to go.
Yeah,
By
that's
the way,
right.
I
Yeah.
also wanted to ask you, what was your favorite Pedro Grifol moment?
Wait, what happened?
Was it that he got fired today? Was that your favorite?
He got fired? Why?
Can you believe it? I'm shocked.
Unbelievable. I don't understand why they fired him now.
It's a lot of my friends are texting me that.
Why? Why? Like you're
Because
what, if they
Because
don't-
he's not good at his job.
I understand, but he wasn't good at his job for the last 2-3 years.
Right. You can't go back and unhire him.
But
All you can do is fire him.
Why do it now? Or do they think they're going to
Because
get
he's
a
not good at
spark?
his job.
Yeah.
They're going to get a spark. Hold on. What is if the White Sox have 89 losses? So if they actually won out, they'd probably get a wild card.
No.
You don't think so? If they
No.
won out,
No.
No,
They
they
got
got
90
seven-
losses.
you're
yeah.
right. 89
Yeah. Do the
losses.
math.
So then why?
That'd be 70,
No, it wouldn't even
73
be close.
and
Wouldn't even be
89?
close.
if he was managing the Cubs, you would be so happy today that he was gone. You're
I
like,
understand. I
the
think I'm
prospects.
I'm just more like speaking on
Get him
behalf
out of
of
the
White
clubhouse.
Sox fans. Like you're just doing this for show. Everything's just for like nothing makes sense with the White Sox right now. Jerry's just
Well, that's
doing his
true.
thing, and it's like bringing in Grady Sizemore. They'll probably what happens if Grady Sizemore if they win if they play a little bit better, which is like they can't play worse.
Yeah, right.
So
How
what
do you
happens
feel
then?
if
He
they-
gets the job?
yeah,
Well, how
that's,
will you
that's
feel
what they
it-
did with Jim Boylan.
Yeah, this is stupid. It makes no sense. I'd be mad.
What
I'd
if
like,
you get the Grady Sizemore bump on Friday and Saturday and they beat the Cubs 2-2?
that would stink. I'm trapped in this, Sylvia. I don't know if you have the same thought, but like every new week starts, and I'm like, what if the Cubs just ripped off like 6 in a row?
You're like Cap. Cap's back.
But
Cap
I
believes in
haven't-
this
no,
team.
I'm not back. I'm just I basically keep giving myself like maybe they'll just get hot for a week. Because if they got hot for a week, then it would be like 2 games back.
What are they right
They're
now?
10
They're 3 under,
5 and a
right?
half.
They've won 10. They're 10-9 since the break. They're 3 under 500.
And 5 and a
They're
half.
4.5 out of the last wild card spot.
So yeah, that's what's messing with my
4.5.
This is why I hate the expanded playoffs in MLB and NBA because all these teams can pretend that they're something that they're not. And they screw with the fans and they can be like, look,
Unless you're a Diamondbacks fan, and then you get in, and then
Yeah.
everyone says, hey, we want to be the Diamondbacks.
But
You sound like Jed Hoyer right now.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
It's the worst. It's the worst. I mean, it's the Jerry Reinsdorf
you shouldn't
special.
want to be the Diamondbacks when you have a team in Chicago, the third largest market.
Right. So yeah, I keep playing that game, Sylvie, where I'm like, what if they just get hot for a week? Because I think we talked about this maybe a month ago. They do have a schedule where like they will do that. They are going to get hot.
Yes,
they're going to play with everyone's emotions. And we're going to get, I would say the closest we'll get is 2 games out. And we'll probably never get closer than that. But those two, we have Detroit, Miami, Pittsburgh, and the Nats.
Well, Pittsburgh's,
they're scrappy.
Yeah.
But like if you can win 2 out of 3 against Pittsburgh.
and then you get
The Nats
the
are actually-
Yankees
I
and the
think
Dodgers.
they're going
then
to
it's
make
gonna
it
fall.
interesting.
But then the Rockies, look at it. The Rockies, the A's, and the Nats again.
And then you get the Phillies. So you're right. It's a roller coaster of a
right. There's going to be spots coming up where I'm like, what if they get hot?
See, but this is the difference between most Cubs fans who like are very homerish and me, where I get pissed off at them more when they make this run.
I agree.
Like they effed the first
Correct.
2/3 of the
Correct.
season.
Correct.
They
And they squandered
screwed
great
around.
starting
Yes.
pitching. I'm not.
And they made me dislike them.
Make no mistake. I'm not saying they're going to get hot. I keep telling myself, what if they got hot? Which is
Okay,
stupid.
that's a difference.
Right. There's a big difference. I'm not. There's no illusion that they're going to get hot. I just keep saying, because if they swept 2 series in a row, they would be 2 games out probably.
And that means you'd be going back to games and spending all your money on the 50-50
I'm still
raffle.
going to games. I went to the game a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Thought you needed some sleep. That'd be a good opportunity to
I
get
do
some
need
rest.
some sleep. I do need some
You could
sleep.
have slept for a couple
wish they
innings.
had- I don't know why they didn't. Why? Oh, I guess we're playing the White Sox this weekend. Never mind.
Yeah.
Because I do love whenever. Usually they do it where the Aaron Waters show is same weekend as the Cubs homestand, and you get to watch. You're at the ballpark and you get to see the
South side though.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that usually it is at Wrigley. I don't know. They kind of screwed that
pitchers
up.
get scared. Do you know what's going on Sunday? No White Sox
I
game,
have
no
chance.
Cubs game.
What?
How about that? Both the Cubs and the White Sox are off on Sunday.
That's got to be the first time that's happened in decades.
Len said
Why?
he doesn't remember it happening. And like I know a lot of Cub fan friends of mine who say, I don't remember the last time the
Why?
Cubs didn't play on Sunday.
Oh,
I don't
because
know.
we only play 4 games against them.
Yeah, but still, like
Can we schedule a scrimmage and count it as a win if we win?
No. No.
extend it.
Yeah, a little scrimmage.
It is weird to not play a baseball game in the
Sunday.
middle of the summer on a Sunday.
It's
Yeah, I
gonna
would,
be
I would
a-
prefer them not to play on Friday.
It's going to be a local day of mourning for White Sox fans for the season that you've endured. So you just can take the day off and have a barbecue. That's
Yeah,
what you're gonna do.
that 21 games in a row. That was crazy.
I was just begging them to extend the streak until the Cubs came to town, and then the Cubs.
You're sick.
yeah.
You're sick.
Then the
You're a
the
pervert.
Sox
You're a pervert.
would snap
You
the
are.
streak
You're a pervert.
against the Cubs.
Let me ask you this here. We were talking about this in the pre-show fist fight. I think it's a good topic that you'll like. Kyle Schwarber.
Yes.
Where is he?
All I think about. I don't know if you saw that clip. You know the whole meme that went around like 6 months ago. How ask your boyfriend or your husband how much he thinks about the Roman Empire. You remember that?
No.
There was like how often do guys think about the Roman Empire? I guess it was just a trend on Twitter that was like, oh yeah, we think about it a lot. I think about Kyle Schwarber being a Cub maybe 7 times a week, probably every day.
Seven times a week.
Last night I was out in LA. I was watching the game and he hit 3 home runs and I was like, this is the worst. This is the worst.
And there are moments like that where you just say, and like they had him for 1 more year, $8 million, and they decided to, no, we're just going to let you go.
I think about it all the time.
So where does he rank in your lifetime? I'm not asking you to go back to like Lou Brock, but in our lifetime, where does he rank of guys that got away in Chicago sports?
He's got to be. He's very, very high up there.
Like, would you is Panarin higher or is Schwarber higher?
Panarin's back, right?
No, it's
Tavo's back.
yeah, he's not as good as Panarin.
That was pretty close.
Yeah,
that was pretty close.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I should get
The
half
Bread
credit
Man's
for
a
that.
little bit better.
Yeah, he is. I knew we had someone back. Yeah, it's high up there. This one hurts. You know what? Oh, you know what's a nice one? Eloy, all the White Sox fans who spent an entire 3 years being like, thanks for Eloy. How's that going?
I know.
Thanks,
Because that was one for, there was a stretch where it was like, whoa, we traded this guy?
That was lose for both teams. Look, I still think Quintana wasn't terrible.
Yeah. Would Maddox?
Yeah, Maddox is probably one of my lifetime.
Yeah.
He's number one. Like Brock Fabroglio is always the one that people talk about. Maddox is number one. And then
Jimmy
Butler's a good one.
That's a really good one because I said it. Laurie might become one.
Oh, no.
Just sign it. What did he just
Like
sign?
$50 million
Yeah.
a year.
He was
But
an all-star,
Schwarber's up
right?
there because it's just what he did.
Schwarber's
He's
probably third.
the torn ACL and then coming back, and it's just he's
I think
so fun to root for.
He's my favorite Major League Baseball player currently.
Yeah, and it's also the test of do you keep rooting for him once he's gone?
Oh, yeah.
And he might be the hardest. Like I root for him almost as hard as I root for him when he's on the Cubs. Like every time he does something awesome, like that's my guy.
Yeah.
I'm in his fantasy league this year. The famous one, the Tommy Pham one that they fought.
Yeah.
Dave was in it the last 2 years. He's out, so now I'm in it. It's a bunch of MLB players.
Who's in it? So it's Schwarber,
Trout, Moustakis.
Is it Jock Peterson? Isn't he in that?
Jock Peterson's in it. Yep.
Did Tommy Pham get kicked out of the league?
I think he did. Yeah. Yeah, he got kicked out.
Big Cat took his spot.
That's where Dave took his spot, and then Dave sucked so bad, and he was like, "I'm just giving them my money," and now I'm
What kind of entry fee are we looking at?
a lot,
Yeah.
a lot.
6 figures?
I can't count.
No,
Not six. Is
Six
600,000?
Yeah, it's a bunch of Major League Baseball players. That's
No.
like couch change.
It's like a.
it's a
like a-
$150,000 entry fee.
It's a Camry.
So 25.
Yeah, well, I have to pay more because I'm the new guy, which I didn't realize till today.
Okay,
Oh, there's an expansion fee for the.
The text today was like, "Hey, everyone's got to pay up," and they're like, "Everyone pay this, and then
30
Big Cat
grand.
pay this." That's right.
30,000.
That's
Who's
exactly
the
right.
commissioner?
It's ridiculous.
Who sends out that text?
Our guy Stephen Shea, who's
Okay.
our big time nerd. Who it's crazy. He's a football guy and through. He's a diehard Bucks fan. All he cares about is football. He doesn't even know like who Mike Trout is, and he's like cracking the whip on this text chain. Like sending out polls.
Hey, Trout, give me your money.
Yeah,
He does not.
I know you're
when we
dealing with a
said-
knee injury, but get in your fee.
We were like, "Do you know who Mike Trout is?" He's like, "Yeah, he's an Eagles fan." That was his answer. It all goes back
That's right.
to football. It's crazy. So yeah, I think this will be a 1 year thing for me.
I don't know.
I'm so bad at fantasy. I need some help. I need someone.
Enlist the
You are
help of
bad.
Meller. Meller's good. He's
Yeah,
his
you
specialty.
should have Meller be your consultant.
Yeah.
Man,
Meller's in some big time leagues that we
Say
can't
F
say.
no, I didn't. I said,
I think-
"Fuh."
I think you just popped an F word.
No, I
on us.
didn't.
No.
I
It's
said,
just
"Fuh," because I'm so tired, and then I stopped myself. My real brain came over.
Fuh
I
is
did.
allowed.
I
You
said
can
fuh.
say
I
fuck.
said, "Fuh." It was going that direction.
It was.
And then
I didn't know
and
that.
then I
You
like woke
could be
up.
saying fun.
I took a red eye last night. I went, "Oh." And then I stopped myself. I was like, "Stop it."
He
Stop
could be
it right
saying
now.
fungible.
I'm saying fun. Yeah, it's fungible. It's going to be a fun
You don't
league.
know. Yeah.
Fuddruckers.
Remember Fuddruckers?
Fuddruckers was the best.
Are there still Fuddruckers
No,
open?
not here. Not at
No,
least
I
not
think
in
in
this area.
Florida. I think it's still alive in
Go in there
Florida.
and load that burger up with
Yeah,
whatever you
Fit
want.
Burgers,
Oh.
yeah.
What a name.
Before, like, there were like all the great burger places. That was like the spot where,
Yes.
you know, where
Fuddruckers.
they had
Oh.
good burgers. Guys,
It, you know, it
get
was
in the car.
actually
We're going to Fuddruckers. All right.
it was
Oh.
Fuddruckers.
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 Yeah.
All right, Big
Yeah.
Cat. Anything else?
No, I love you guys.
Go get some
Uh,
rest.
yeah.
will ya?
Go
I
get a
gotta
nap
go
in.
to work. I'm winning a national title tonight.
Are you
Oh,
really?
you're
I'm
still
gonna try.
playing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
And
still
so when
playing.
does that end?
Probably when football starts or when I win a national title. I'm 8-1.
Okay.
Gonna play the Iron Bowl tonight.
Yeah.
Maybe SEC championship
Yeah.
game.
Okay.
So we're gonna try
You
to
got
get
a
in the
game
playoff.
plan? You want to let us in on the game plan?
I've actually become a run the ball team.
Really?
Yeah, I just pound the rock.
Yeah.
I pound the rock, little play action. Just trust. And Jersey Jerry's my defensive coordinator, which is a problem.
What's his style?
His style
sit
is
back
he
in
just
the cover
blitzes,
too, is
he
he coming?
blitzes everyone
Coming after
all
everyone?
the time.
Don't have
And
him
then-
look at the map.
And then he gives up a touchdown. He's like, "We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot." So it'll be fun. Yeah, tune in.
All right. Good
All right.
stuff.
See you guys.
See you, buddy.
Barstool Big Cat.